Before Bo Jackson played professional baseball and football, before Deion Sanders became a two-sport superstar, there was Jim Thorpe, a Native American athlete from Oklahoma who dominated nearly every sport he touched. He became an Olympic champion, a world record holder, a Major League Baseball player, a professional football star, and one of the figures who helped create the National Football League. He was called the greatest athlete in the world. But his story was not just one of triumph. It was a story of incredible achievement, injustice, and a legacy that took more than a century to fully restore. This is the incredible story of Jim Thorpe. James Francis Thorpe was born on May 28, 1887, near present-day Prague, Oklahoma, on the Sac and Fox Nation Reservation. His Native American name was Watho Hook, meaning bright path. From an early age, Thorpe was restless, competitive, and always searching for a challenge. Growing up in Oklahoma, he developed incredible strength and endurance through long days outdoors and hunting trips with his father that could cover dozens of miles. Thorpe later recalled that he was never satisfied unless he was testing his abilities against others or challenging himself. But tragedy struck early. After losing his twin brother and his mother, Thorpe struggled and began skipping school. Eventually, his father sent him to the Carlisle Indian Industrial School in Pennsylvania. The school was part of a government effort to assimilate Native American children, but for Thorpe, it became the place where his extraordinary talent was discovered. In 1907, Thorpe watched track athletes practicing the high jump and decided to try. He was not wearing a uniform. He wore overalls, a dress shirt, and borrowed athletic shoes. Yet he cleared a height that broke the school record. The performance caught the attention of legendary coach Glenn "Pop" Warner. When Thorpe was called into Warner's office, he reportedly asked, "Have I done anything wrong?" Warner replied, "Son, you've only broken the school record in the high jump. That's all." It was the beginning of a legendary partnership. Thorpe soon became one of the most versatile athletes the world had ever seen. It was the beginning of a legendary partnership. Thorpe soon became one of the most versatile athletes the world had ever seen. He excelled in football, track, baseball, basketball, lacrosse, boxing, swimming, tennis, handball, and hockey. During the basketball offseason, Thorpe even joined traveling teams that crossed the country, playing in small towns and major cities while showcasing his incredible athletic ability. He could dominate on the football field, the track, and the basketball court, often within the same year. He even won an intercollegiate ballroom dancing championship. During a practice challenge, Thorpe took the ball and ran past an entire group of 30 defenders. Pop Warner was stunned. He told Thorpe to do it again. Thorpe did. By 1911 and 1912, he had become an All-American football player, leading Carlisle to a remarkable 23-2-1 record. But his greatest moment was still ahead. In 1912, Thorpe traveled to Stockholm, Sweden, to compete in the Olympic Games. Despite the discrimination Native Americans faced at the time, Thorpe represented the United States on the world's biggest athletic stage, and he dominated. In the pentathlon, Thorpe won 4 of 5 events, taking first place in the long jump, 200-meter sprint, discus, and 1,500-meter run. He won gold. Then came the decathlon, the ultimate test of athletic ability. But just before the competition began, Thorpe discovered that his running shoes had disappeared. With no time to find replacements, he searched through the stadium and found 2 mismatched shoes, including one that was several sizes too large. He stuffed extra socks inside it to make it fit. Wearing those borrowed shoes, Thorpe competed against the world's best athletes. Despite the setback, he dominated the event, winning the decathlon and setting a world record that would stand as one of the greatest achievements in Olympic history. At the closing ceremony, Sweden's King Gustav reportedly told him, "Sir, you are the greatest athlete in the world." For a moment, Jim Thorpe stood at the peak of global fame, but his glory would not last. In 1913, newspapers revealed that Thorpe had played minor league baseball before the Olympics and received small payments. At the time, Olympic rules prohibited professional athletes from competing. Thorpe had not hidden what he had done, and many athletes of the era had similar experiences. But he was punished. His Olympic medals were stripped. The world champion had suddenly been erased from Olympic history. For decades, his family fought to restore his achievements. Meanwhile, Thorpe continued chasing greatness. He joined the New York Giants in 1913 and played 6 seasons in Major League Baseball. Then he became one of professional football's first stars. Playing for teams like the Canton Bulldogs, Thorpe helped win championships and became one of the sport's biggest attractions. In 1920, he attended the meeting where team owners created the American Professional Football Association, which later became the NFL. The representatives selected Jim Thorpe as the league's first president. He was not only one of football's first stars, he helped shape the future of the sport. After his athletic career, Thorpe moved into acting and appeared in dozens of films. He also used his influence to encourage Hollywood to hire Native American actors for authentic roles. But later in life, he faced financial struggles and worked ordinary jobs to support himself. Still, the sports world never forgot him. In 1950, the Associated Press named Jim Thorpe the greatest athlete of the first half of the 20th century. He died in 1953, but his story continued. In 1982, his Olympic medals were restored to his family. And in 2022, more than a century after they were taken away, the International Olympic Committee officially reinstated Thorpe's Olympic victories. Today, Jim Thorpe is remembered as more than an athlete. He was a pioneer, a champion, a symbol of determination. Long before modern sports stars became famous for playing multiple sports, Jim Thorpe showed the world what one extraordinary person could achieve. He wasn't just one of the greatest athletes of his generation. He was one of the greatest athletes in history.